Hey you guys, Charlie here. Welcome back to Conquering Kerbal Space Program. We have our biome map of Minmus pretty much done, and we can see all sorts of cool places that we can visit and all the different biomes that are available in Minmus. And we've got some lesser flats kind of over here on this side of the map and on this side of the map. That's going to be difficult to get to from where we're landing because our landing spot, I found my spot, is right here. Yeah. Let's take a look at zooming in on that spot here, if I can get to there. Yep, here we go. This is our, if I can get this to blow up somehow. Come here, up we go. All right, that's as big as it'll go, fair enough. So this, if I can get, juggling windows here. This is our spot. It's a pretty good spot. We're gonna be landing in the Greater Flats, right here on the edge of the Greater Flats, because there are like 6 different biomes right here. Let's see, there's this Greater Flats obviously is where we're landing, but then we've got some slopes, which is pretty much everywhere in Minmus. We've got some midlands here, then we've got some regular flats, which is good. We've got some more slopes over here. Here's some lowlands, and that's it. So there's flats, midlands, lowlands, slopes, Greater Flats, and then just a little bit with a hop, because we are going to hop. That's right there is pretty much like stuff that we don't even have to hop that far to get. But then we're going to make a big hop, and we're going to hop from here to over here, because over here we've got a little patch of highlands right here that I can grab, which is good. And then if we have the fuel from there, we're going to head on over to the highlands, or sorry, the lesser flats, which is over here on the other side of the planet. Now, I don't know if we'll have enough fuel to do that, because that's quite the hop. But, yeah, I think most likely it might even be better for us, really, to also come down to the poles as well. Both poles, both north and south, are just considered poles. They're not considered separate poles or anything. So we'll probably do that too. So we might be able to get almost every biome in this science trip, which will be pretty dang cool, I think. I am a little bit concerned about our fuel situation, just a little. This stage has 202 meters per second of delta V. Now that technically is enough to cancel out our lateral velocity, which is good. We have a lateral velocity right now of just 109 meters per second. So that is enough to cancel the lateral velocity, which means we can land with this stage. The problem is slowing ourselves down later. Now, the reason why I packed these engines up here, these little monopropellant engines up here, is so that we could land with precision, if you will, without this stage attached to us, so we can decouple this. But I did want to save this tank, because I can use it if we decide to set a base up on this particular spot that we're going to land. I can use this tank as a storage tank later on for when we're mining and stuff, which would be kind of nice to have. But if we can't keep it, then I'm going to ditch it, because the primary objective is getting this building flat on the ground. So that's what we're going to do. And if you hadn't noticed by the map, I did mark our landing spot with a nice X. And when you do that, it also marks it in your map view. So that is the spot right there. Pretty slick. Now I do have to adjust. I do have to perform a maneuver here, which I'm gonna probably put this in right here if I can. And I'm gonna have to get our trajectory to match where I wanna land. So I wanna land there. If that's the case, then I need to burn so that I can land there. Now trajectories is not gonna show me how to land there. It's not gonna tell me. So I'm gonna have to kind of play with it and guess, and sort of play around when we're burning too. So I'm gonna say that this burn here is gonna be close. It's probably not. So let's actually extend this a bit. And which is just less burning if I extend it, so that's okay. So I think I'm gonna try maybe do it like this. Yeah, we're gonna try that burn there. So that is in 9 minutes. So let's get ourselves pointed down towards that. And what this is going to do, it's going to slow us down and prepare us for landing in Minmus. Which is the idea anyway. Let's turn all these lights on. I want to be able to see below me later, because we may have to come in on the night side. I don't think so. On the map it looks like day, so I think we'll be fine with daytime actually, which is good. But still, it's going to be a difficult landing because of our fuel situation. I did want to have about 100 meters per second more than this, just to have some cushion for canceling out our lateral velocity, but you know, it is what it is. The next stage is going to be to separate from that and then burn these engines. And then from there we drop the science bay onto the surface. That's what that stage is. So, yeah. Let's get ourselves in position. Looks pretty good. Something is overriding me here. Not sure what it is. Looks like I can just actually use flight computer. Okay, fair enough. So it's a 12-second burn. Very, very quick. And I think I'm actually going to do this burn in map view, because it lets me see what I'm doing a little better. Yeah, I think this is going to rotate a little bit more this way. I think this will be a good trajectory. At least I hope it is, but we'll see. I probably don't even need to wait to the node to do this. I'm not going to do 100% thrust. So let's start it now. And we'll just bring it down really slow, so I kind of know what I'm doing here. Okay, we'll go ahead and do some time acceleration. Actually, man, you know what? I'm looking at this window over here, and I see 173 meters per second of delta V, and I just don't know if I have the confidence in that. I don't know if this is enough. I don't think it is. Because, you know, these engines are going to help, but they're not intended to be used. They're not supposed to be used or burned or whatever you want to call it. They're not intended to be anything of like any help when the vessel is this large. So I don't have enough fuel in here. You know what? Actually, yeah, I was going to do a refueling mission, or I thought maybe we should do a refueling mission instead. Let's pull back, let's get it back up in orbit, but I remember, you know, I have a bunch of fuel in this tank. We're just going to have to be able to hop a little less. I'm not going to be able to hop quite as much, so let me just put some fuel into this. Probably like to there, and then just to make sure, kind of like to there. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go with that. So that's going to give me 364. And that is much better, I think. That's much better. Yeah, I like that much more. Let's make sure flight computer isn't doing anything. Okay, so I'm going to use MechJeb here. We're going to have it hold me surface retrograde. It's a pretty simple thing. Just hold surface retrograde. Same philosophy as we had before with re-entry into the atmosphere. The only difference this time is that I'm burning to slow myself down instead of using an atmosphere, because Minmus has no atmosphere. So as we accelerate this way, should start to see our landing spot. I'm pretty sure it's right there. Yeah, it looks like right there. Okay. So that's the spot we're aiming for, right there. So there's 3 steps to this. At least I hope there's 3 steps. If there's more steps, then we're in trouble. And I really should have had these solar panels extended up here instead of these. Yeah, I really should have done that. Because if this thing tips over for any reason now, I won't be able to... I'm going to kind of lose some solar panels, but... Okay. It doesn't really matter if this thing ends up on its side. I would like it straight up, but it really doesn't matter. Just as long as there's a door that's accessible, because Like, the whole purpose for this thing is just to sit here and do science. So while it would be nice to be straight up, it doesn't have to be. I'm not concerned with it if it's not. Okay, so I think I'm going to kill off a little bit of our lateral velocity. And actually, I think I'm going to take control of this. Yeah. If I burn surface, it's going to slow my descent too, which is, I guess, okay, but... Yeah, let's start killing off some of our velocity here. So I'm just going to turn our engines on a little bit. It's going to slow us down. Time warp a little bit more. Okay, right here. Now I can do it. So kill off our lateral velocity so that we're basically, instead of going sideways like this, we're going to end up going straight down. Which is exactly where I want to be, going straight down. I do actually want to... I'm worried I'm going to kill it off too quickly here. Let's let it go a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Now I'm not worried about it at all. Let's kill it. So we're just basically burning against the direction we're headed. And that will slow us down. Going that direction so that we can fall straight down to where we want to land, which I kind of want to land right about here. It would be nice to land right about there. I'll let myself glide just a little bit more here. I'm able to kill this off pretty easily compared to what I thought anyway. There we go. This is good enough. I'll just kill it now. This is good enough. And I'm aiming just a little bit above surface retrograde because I want more of my thrust to be lateral than vertical. Because this is showing me the direction I'm headed, which is down that way. I want to kill lateral velocity. Okay, that's probably good for now. Let's go ahead and face surface retrograde. I'm not gonna land quite. Yeah, I killed off most of my velocity actually. I'm not gonna land quite as far that way as I wanted to. But as long as I'm not on a slope, I'm okay. I'm gonna turn myself just a little bit. Minmus is easy. Like, you get so much time to do like everything. Let's just burn a little bit this way. Alright, flight computer. Oh, MechJeb, right. MechJeb doesn't like me doing that. That's okay. MechJeb's trying to keep me pointed surface retrograde, so now we're almost pointed straight down. And when we land, we're going to want the retrograde marker to be right inside the circle, basically, at 0 degrees. We want it to be straight up. Okay, let's keep killing our speed here. We're going to come down right next to this hill, which is pretty good, I guess, for science, in the sense that we can be landed someplace and then just kind of walk over and get science from someplace else. So that's good. Let's go ahead and kill our velocity some more. Under 2,000 meters now. And plenty of delta V to land, but I think, honestly, I think we would have ran out too soon if I hadn't transferred fuel. I think we would have anyway. Okay, coming down to the surface, about 50 meters per second now, not a huge deal. I'm looking for my shadow, that's what we're looking for. I may not find it. Okay, 500 meters. Let's really get our speed cranking down now. .200 meters. You can see our lights showing us where we are. That's good. Okay, just going to try and maintain this velocity. There's our shadow. So that's going to show us how close we are to the ground. When that shadow is underneath us, that's when we land. That's a good way to tell anyway, I think. Just keeping my speed under control right now till right before we land, and then I can kill it completely. May not have to. We're going slow enough, I think, we're to be alright. Okay, and a nice gentle touchdown at 2 meters per second. Nice gentle touchdown. Okay, so we're still turning a little bit here. Okay. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is kill these lights because I think they're just a little too bright right now. So MechJeb is getting us to point up. I'm gonna have MechJeb point us up, and that's gonna keep our vessels hopefully pointed to where we're basically, facing up. Then, I think I need some extra help here, actually. I just don't trust this. I don't think these engines, I should have put maybe 6-way or 8-way on these little engines here, because I don't think there's enough thrust to do what we need to do with them. They're kind of a last minute, why not kind of thing. So let's try, I need to get around the solar panels. You know what, actually, I'm gonna use this decoupler here. I'm gonna use this decoupler to help us get away from this. So I'm gonna burn up. That will create, maybe that will make this happen, or this thing will move. Then I'm going to detach it, fire these engines, and actually let's do that at the same time because there's no reason not to. Okay, so we'll detach this and fire these engines. Then, instead of this one, I'm gonna actually use this one. I think. Yeah, that's gonna create, this is gonna help us create separation because this decoupler, originally this thing was intended to just eject these little bits here and just get it away from us so I could have this be the top of the science facility, but now I think it's gonna serve a different purpose. So I'm actually glad I used one of these instead of a regular one because these are just, these little decouplers here. Okay, so now, got that, good. And then we'll fire this separator to separate it and get it out of the way. And then we can use the regular Terrier actually from there, if we want to control our speed. MechJeb's got us up, here we go. We're just going to raise up a little bit. And I'm just going to turn us a little bit, kill the engine, hit spacebar, separate us, start the monopropellant engines, lower the landing gear, weird. That's a hell of a bounce. Still bouncing. MechJeb's keeping us pointed up. And there we go. Alright, there's the separation we needed. Now, I think, I'm pretty sure that this is not enough thrust with these engines, but I'm pretty sure with adding this one in now, we should get the separation we want. The only thing I'm worried about now is that these landing legs are bugged, because the rumor is that no matter how fast you land, no matter, even if it's like less than a meter per second, these landing legs will break. I'm hoping that's not true, because I need them very badly. Okay, so here we go. This is the stage now. And so here we go. Decouple. move us over here somewhere. I don't want to go up this fast, though. There we go. Yep, okay. Get rid of it. No, we're not gonna get away from it. We're gonna land right on top of it. Yeah, look at that. See? 0.7 meters per second I landed. 0.7. And that was enough. 0.7 was enough, guys. How ridiculous is that? 0.7 meters per second. I'm a little bit mad about that, I gotta admit. We don't have landing legs now. Because of that. I'm wondering if our engineer can even fix it. Can I get Bob out to fix that? I don't even know. Can he fix the landing legs? I don't think he can. Nope. There's no ability to fix landing legs. Well, okay then. We're gonna have to do all of our hopping on that very small, super tiny Terrier. Oh boy. Well, at least we got down. You know, we're landed. We're here. Didn't go nearly as well as we thought, but it's our first little sort of romp to Minmus. Our first little trip to Minmus here. And I think actually, I want to connect. I want to connect these things. Can I connect it to that? Yes, I can. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this link here. And I'm just gonna bring it over and connect it to this port here. Oh, it's just a little bit. Aw, really? Come on. Just a little bit out of range. Damn, just a little bit too far away. Okay. Well. Can I? Okay, I just hit escape. Okay. Can I roll it over there? Push, Bill. Oh, we got a corner piece here. Push, Bill, push. Nah, it's not gonna happen. So, whoops. Oh no. Bill, get up. You know, I'm kind of thinking, graphics glitches, nice. I'm kind of thinking that this is not how we wanted this to end. You know, I don't think we wanted our, we definitely didn't want our landing legs broken. The gas tank thing isn't a big deal. We have our science facility on the surface. It's like I'm not sure if I'm happy with how this turned out. Like in one sense, it's like, yeah, everything kind of turned out the way it was supposed to, but in another sense, it didn't. You know, because the landing legs are broken now, which is kind of a big deal. It's going to be very hard to hop around with broken landing legs. Let's get some of these panels extended. 2 ought to do just fine for now. And let's make sure everything is good with our science facility here. Looks like we're pretty good. We're on the ground, so we shouldn't have to do anything, really. It should just be a matter of starting to research. So let's just get on the ground. I'm going to take a surface sample really quick. 90 science for the surface sample from the Minmus Greater Flats. Awesome. We'll do an EVA report as well. We'll get 24 science for that. And I'll have Bill kind of head on over to the science facility here. Oh, we also have a ladder here. I put ladders on this, so we could just climb right up. Now, you don't really need ladders on Minmus. Obviously, I can just, you know, use my EVA suit pretty easily. but I did it because I don't want to have to worry about flying around near the solar panels. That's the only reason I did it. I don't think I can board here without kicking somebody out, so I'm going to just store the experiments in there. Then I'm going to extend those panels, we can open these hatches, which is going to look really cool. Watch this. Open the hatch. Oh, there it goes. Oh yeah. Cupola module is up and working well. Yeah, I'm going to climb down the ladder now. I don't need to be... In fact, let's just switch to... Yeah, here we go. We'll switch to this, and I'll just say open all panels. There we go. So all of the solar panels are open now. And our science facility is on the ground. So that part is successful. Whoa, what? Why are you moving? Oh, right. I thought I was Bill. I was hitting down. There's a reaction wheel in here. Let's can I pilot only? Yeah, so only if there's a pilot in there do I want the reaction wheels to work. That makes sense. I would rather them just be off. Not much I can do about that, though. Review the stored data. We can put this in the science lab. Put that in the science lab. Oh, yeah. So our science lab right now actually has 74.9 science in it. Nearly 500 data, we're able to get 6.7 science per day. And I can put more in there. Yep. Now we have almost the capacity for data. 656. We're able to get 8.8 per day. Very cool, I think. Yeah, we'll leave the lights on. I think we're good there. Let's transmit the science. Oh, we have no connection. No antenna on this vessel. Oh, whatever. Where is it? I put it on here. Activate. There we go. We have a connection now. Transmit. There we go. Now, how's that working with battery? Oh, piece of cake. Tons of battery life for that. More than adequate solar power. We are good. So now we just have to hop around, basically, and get a whole bunch of different biomes. So let's get Bill to safety so he's away from that facility. We don't need to really go near that facility anymore. I would really like to get the fuel that's in this tank. I would really like to get that out of there, but that's going to require a little bit of effort because I'm a little bit too far away. So let's see if I can't hop around over here. If I can't hop 4 feet, then I can't hop around miles away either. So let's see about this. Not that one. That's going to be annoying having to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to burn a little bit up. Not with these engines, actually. I'm gonna need to activate the Terrier for this. So let's kill these. We'll use these like in space if we're really like out of fuel for some reason. Then we'll use these to help us like re-enter Kerbin or something, but these are basically useless, unfortunately. Okay, well, the first thing we can do is we can do all of our science from the greater flats before we start moving around. So let's try that. Materials bay, 75 science. We've already done the crew report because we did it over there. So now let's do some of these other ones. Let's do this. Let's do these experiments that are from DMagic, Orbital Sciences. Okay, so I have a new camera mod that's going to let me focus on a part by right-clicking on it and then hitting 0 or hitting O on the keyboard. So if I click on this battery, and I hit O on the keyboard, the camera is going to focus on that part now. Oh yeah. Way, way better. Alright. Awesome. Name of this mod, it's like seriously, this is an amazing little function. I can totally control the camera way better now. Name of the mod right here. Okay? Just get it. It's so cool. We're going to run the laser data now. Let's just go ahead and do a collect laser data. Okay. Looks like it zapped the surface. 10 science, 18 science. And this can be transmitted. All right. Let's get that transmitted. And cool. Now we'll do it again. And we'll keep it now. Let's do a core sample. Only meant to be used on the surface of atmospheric planets. Wow. Okay. So I can do a systems check, which would just, yeah, it goes down into the surface. Now, why does that matter? It's a surface experiment. Why does it matter if it's in an atmospheric planet or not? Oh, that's lame. Well, that's a waste of money, but okay. Let's do the ChemCam. I know this one can be used. I've used it before. Okay, there we go. And we can control the camera with the same keys that you can control RCS with. So I, J, K, L. So I can just kind of move this around if I want to. And when I'm ready, I just hit fire. It zaps the ground and collects the science from the biome that we're in. So that is all done. And then I can just go ahead, I can check the results, and you'll see that we get 45 science for collecting that, which is awesome. We get 22 for transmission, which I'm going to do. So we'll go ahead and do that. And once we're done transmitting, fire it again. And now we've got data that I can keep. And I'm actually going to take and store. Yep, we're going to go ahead and store those experiments we've already taken and put them inside the hard drive. So this, oh, this wasn't stored. Why not? What's inside this hard drive then? Material studies in there. Material study high over Minmus. Oh, all of our high over stuff is in there now. Oh, I didn't want that. Hold on. Let's not do that. Keep. Where's Bob? Let's get Bob. Oh, see the okay, so now I have to. Okay, I get it. So if I hit O when I'm not focused on a part, then it goes back to default, it looks like. Extend the ladder. Down goes the ladder. Now I don't have to worry about like running into things. These solar panels are extended, yes. Just 2 of them, but that's okay. That's all I ever wanted. Just 2 of them. Let's run this experiment. Transmit that. Run this experiment. Transmit that. Run this experiment. Transmit that. Oh yeah. We're getting the data now, guys. Then we're going to keep it. Log it. Keep it. Log it. And keep it. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to grab this hard drive here, collect the data out of the hard drive. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to smack my head on the lights. This is why we have ladders. The whole reason we have a ladder, so I don't have to deal with that. And then I'm going to put all of it inside the command module. Okay. I'm gonna run the mystery goo as well. Observe mystery goo. We'll go ahead and keep that data. And we'll reset the experiment. Oh, you're gonna wanna do magnetometer data too. So let's do that. Don't get hit in the face by it. And we're going to want to keep, we're gonna transmit that data, because that's a reusable experiment. Okay. Then I'm gonna come around to actually I'll just come around this way. We'll go on the ladder. That's what it was for. Guys are like, what is he doing? What a dummy. Yeah, you know, I'm a little bit rusty on this stuff, I gotta say. You know, it's been a while playing KSP. Let's restore this experiment. And then observe it. Okay. And we're gonna keep that experiment and take the data and restore the experiment. Now I'm gonna try to put it in here, and it's not gonna let me put the materials bay in there again because there's already a copy of that experiment, okay? That was the whole point of bringing these hard drives. So, since there's already a copy, I'm just going to come on over here and hopefully not tip my ship over. And I put my materials bay study that can't go inside the command pod, and I put it inside there. Okay. So that's how that works. Now we're gonna grab an EVA report, and we'll transmit that, and we'll grab a surface sample, and we'll keep that. And the surface sample data I'm gonna put in here. So there's a lot of work to do for science. Take the data. Yep, store the experiments. Yep, all of it stored just fine. And now we can get back in the vessel. Now I don't think I can actually deploy this. Yeah, because I'm on the surface. So I need to deploy this and do this one while I'm in the air. So seems simple enough. Since we're pointing up, let's just do this. Or can I not do it? I can't do it because I haven't activated the Terrier yet. So let's activate the Terrier in staging. And then we're just going to raise ourselves up a little bit. There we go. That's all it takes. Just have to be off the surface. So we'll go ahead and grab that. I'm actually going to get rid of the camera. Close the camera up. That's all it takes for that. There's no other experiments we can run on this, on the vessel. There's nothing else we can run. So I'm going to let's get Edblez out, I guess, because his name is weird. And I'm gonna get him over here near this thing. It's kind of a really strange thing here. Just have him take the data. That's all I want him to do. Another thing I want him to do is I want him to come over here and put down a flag. Plant the flag. There we go. A little bit of jitters in the game there. Okay, so we're gonna call this Minmus 1 science site. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. Not very creative with my flags. Compared to some YouTubers, I wouldn't really call myself a YouTuber really, but compared to some people, I am not as creative with my names and flags as I would like to be. Okay, board. And I'm willing to bet that Bill is kind of hanging out here, being like, dude, I'm using up my oxygen, yo. Come on back inside, Bill. And every biome we go to, we're going to put a flag down. And that's going to let us know visually that it's going to give us sort of a visual rundown that what we've done is all we can do. Okay, so doing a crew report actually isn't done, which is odd because like I thought I just... Oh, okay, so I did the crew report and then I put it in the lab right away. So really what I need is a crew report and then transmit. Okay, we'll take care of that. Mystery Goo observation while landed at Minmus Greater Flats. I didn't do that? I thought I had done that. Observe Mystery Goo. Yeah. Keep it, I guess. Okay, well, we need to go out and get the Mystery Goo reset, so let's get, how come I can't, oh, he's the only other scientist we have. Okay, fair enough. Bob, can you go out and reset that for me? Alright, there's a lot of tedious work here, guys. This is going to take a while. So, I think what I might do is I'll show you guys how I'm hopping from biome to biome with like this just like one hop, basically. And then, come on, get close enough to that. Collect it. Come on. Restore. There we go. I'll just show you guys how I'm going to hop from biome to biome, pretty much. And then I'll just go ahead and do it. All the science for it. So we'll go from biome to biome. I'll do that on camera, but I'll do all the science stuff for those biomes off camera. Just to make the video a little bit more manageable, because really all it is that. It's just doing every experiment while you're landed at a certain biome. It's pretty much all it is. So it's a pretty easy thing to do. I'm going to turn these life support supplies on, because we can use them now. And just like that, we have capacity now to last us for a very long time. How long is a very long time, actually? I'm kind of curious. These guys could live in this pod for 80 days. Okay. So I have 80 days worth of life supply in this little pod. And this one here has 4 years worth of supplies. So lots, basically lots. Very cool. And they have a ton of science. 8.8 per day, tons of data. And we're gonna leave them with like 2 or 3 years worth of data. So they're just gonna sit in this pod and do research. They're gonna be our Minmus science team. These 3 guys right here, our Minmus science team. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's do a hop. Not a time warp. I kind of want to destroy some of this debris because it's a little annoying to have to switch between these things. Before I start hopping, though, I really want to get the fuel out of this tank. So let's toggle this in so it's not absurd. There we go. Toggle this in again too. No. Go ahead and reset that. Toggle that. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to burn a little bit. Just enough to where I can get kind of closer to that thing. Just a little closer. Down. And again, MechJeb's going to help me here by helping me stay upright. So while I'm hopping around, I'm having MechJeb just point up. And that's going to help me land, because without landing legs, it's even harder than before. But, I mean, just trying to manage this without MechJeb would be a real big pain in the ass. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're close enough now to do this. So let's grab Bill, and we'll get him down. We'll get him on top of this tank here to link us up to our tank here. Oh, he can't do it because of the angle, not the distance. Ah, this tank landed just wrong. That sucks. Wonder if there's anything I can do about that. Like, is there any way to tilt this over? It's a huge tank, and it's the reason why it won't roll is because of this adapter. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm not going to be able to get the fuel. I don't know how much is in there. I imagine it's not that much, but I would have liked to have had that fuel for hopping. And if I'm like, 100 meters per second of delta V short of getting home, then I'm really going to be upset about that. Now I'm kind of wishing I would have put like a port on this tank, like high up. But I mean, like who would have thought that this thing would land like that? I mean, I guess it's a 50-50 chance. There's a port on the other side too. Maybe there's a way to flip this over. I'll have to think about that. I'm gonna have to come back to this area anyway to drop off all these experiments, because I'm gonna get 2 copies of everything. We're gonna have 1 copy inside the command pod, and then 1 copy inside the hard drives. Disassemble part. Ooh, interesting. Hold on now. Disassemble part. Now, if that's the case, could I just disassemble the engines? 250 unit of material kits. What is that? 250 units of material kits. Lack of recycle space. I'm confused. What that is? Recycle space. Hang on. What does that mean? That's a new thing to me, guys. I don't know what that means. Get this off. I can't. Up we go, and flip it over. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I really wish I could connect this. There's just no way to... Actually, there is totally a way to do this. Hold on. If I take this here, and I, Can I pull this off and stick it somewhere else? If I say unplug, I don't want to disassemble the part. Maybe there isn't a way to do that. Well, I'm going to have to send some supplies up here then, so we can install another port on this tank. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have to send a resupply up here so that I can do another port on this tank. So, all right, let's go ahead and I don't know what that is. Material kits. Comments below, guys. I mean, I'm probably going to research it by the time you see this video, but that's a thing. Like, I research things. I look into things when I have a question about something, and I tend to already sometimes have the answer before you guys even comment, but sometimes I don't. I don't know. It's worth it. Just say it anyway, guys. It's worth it. All right, so we need to get to another biome, and I guess the closest one is probably getting over here. That's the first place we should go, I guess. Get out of my way, Kerbal Engineer. So, we have all the science we need from the Greater Flats. So let's get over there.